Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Just passing through. I didn't even plan to film today, but there's going to be like 2-3 videos going up, which will include this one and a two-part of how to do a quesadilla salvadoreña dessert. That was really planned to do it in one part, but I was trying to stand up the camera and I pushed the stop button by accident, and I don't have an editing program to put pieces of different videos together, so it ends up being in a part 2. So I hope you watch that. It's an amazing dessert that my family have loved. I already made it a few times. It's amazing. It tastes really good. But anyway, this video is about, I went to the doctor the other day, and I've been trying to recover from being sick because I've had this sore throat, coughing, gasping, nausea, you name it, I had it. A lot of homemade chicken soup, a lot of Theraflu, a lot of regular green tea. Right now I'm drinking cranberry juice in my son's SpongeBob cup. Trying to keep my throat moist and refreshed. I'm feeling a little better today, but I still can tell I feel kind of goggy, like I still need rest. But I should be much better by tomorrow, hopefully, God willing. Anyway, and I was trying to blog the other day because I went to, was it yesterday or the day before? It was yesterday. I went to the doctor to have my mammogram done, and I didn't want to cancel, sick as I was. And I had to gather every strength possible to take a shower and put my makeup on to get to this appointment because I waited for this appointment for months. And it was really important for me because one thing I had always prided myself on is making sure that I do all my preventative health screening, health care, and anytime I need to see the doctor, I go see the doctor. Thank God I have insurance, so I'm able to do that. And I had talked to my insurance like a month or so ago, and they said, hey, if your town offers a 3D screening, do that one because we cover anything that's preventative, including the 3D mammogram screening at 100%. So no cost out of your pocket. My insurance plan is pretty good. And so I'm thankful for that. So I did not want to cancel this appointment because I had worked so hard to get it for like months. And so I gathered up every strength I had, took a shower, did makeup, didn't have to put deodorant or perfume on, what kind of drove me crazy because I'm all about perfume and deodorant and stuff. But I took it in my purse because they don't want you to have none of that stuff around the area that they're going to be screening. So I just took it with me. Was so glad to be able to put it on afterwards. But I use Irish Spring Soap, the original scent. So that's perfume within itself. So I was smelling pretty good. But anyway, I did that. And so I'm just waiting for the results. They said it takes 10 days. 3D is the same thing, same machine. The only thing is that you get more slides, more pictures, and you get more of an in-depth look at the breast. And so I don't have breast cancer in my family. I know my godmother had breast cancer, one of them, and I had a lot of friends, but no one in my family. The only person that's had cancer in my family that I know of is my dad. He had Hodgkin lymphoma. So that's as close as we got. Thank you, God. Knock on wood. Horrible disease. Can't wait till we get a cure. So I'm not like at a big risk, but I could be the first person, God forbid. So, if I have insurance, I need to appreciate it and take advantage of it. So even more so, I pride myself on making sure that all the preventative work is done. So I can't wait. They said it takes 10 days to get results. I see my regular doctor on next Monday, the 18th, for an arm pain that I've been having, a severe arm pain. But he's the one that ordered it, so he'll also have the results. So I'll actually get it sooner than that, so I can't wait to find out what's going on. She said if we give you a call, it doesn't necessarily mean there's cancer or anything, just that we need to take more pictures and look further into it. So don't get scared, she said, but if we give you a letter, it's pretty much letting you know that everything was fine. So I want to receive a letter or have my doctor tell me. I can't wait to go to the doctor's. Last week and a half, was it? Actually, it was on the 28th. Excuse me. My mouth is so dry from being sick. I had my Papsmear done, and I was really like I said, I always prided myself on being up to date and current and making sure everything's good and done when it's supposed to be done. But the last 3 years, I haven't been able, even though I've had insurance, I haven't been able to really connect or really put attention to doing it. So I thought I was so behind. And when I went to have my Papsmear done, she said, no, you're actually right on time. Your last one was 2014, 2017, 3 years. You're supposed to do it every 3 years. I'm like, oh my God, I thought it was like every year. And I know the mammogram after 40, it's supposed to be every year. For a minute, they went to, no, not, you don't have to come that soon, maybe every 2 years. But I think it's back to every year from what I was told at the mammogram place. And I think it's a good thing to do every year, just to currently and soon as possible be on top of it. So I went and had the pap smear done for two reasons. For one, I needed to be current. Come to find out, I was right on time. The second one is I'm 51. I've had full-on regular periods up to date. And I kind of knew I went into menopausal state into my early or mid 50s because my mother and I believe my sisters were like that. My mother had me at 46, and I'm sure she didn't do menopausal until somewhere between 50 and 55. So I knew I would kind of follow suit, but you just never know. So in June, that was the last time I had a period, and that was the first time that ever happened to me. So, and I went to the doctor, like I said, 3 years ago. It was 2014. They told me, you have another 5 years. You have to take birth control and still take care of yourself because you have another good 5 more years at least to still have kids. So I thought, oh, okay. Nobody wants the hot flashes and all that I heard that comes with menopause. I'm not looking forward to that, but I am looking forward to not having to protect myself and knowing that I'm done having kids because I'm emotionally done. I have all the kids that I wanted. I have one son and 3 girls, and I love them to death, and I have enough love and patience more than beyond words for them, but I don't want to have to start all over. For one, I'm 51. I'm not trying to repeat history. I thank my mother very much for what she did. I appreciate her. You have no idea. But I'm not trying to follow history, and I'm not trying to start all over at 51. My youngest is 19. She's going to be 20 in December. So, no, I'm not looking forward or wanting to start over. I just think of the diapers, babysitting, even though I probably would be a stay-at-home mom. The school years, I hated the school years. Always having to fight for my kids' rights, always having to protect them and make sure everything was good, especially with my son who's autistic. My daughter went through severe bullying, knowing I couldn't react like I normally would. I'm from Oakland, California. I'd handle it real quick. It'd be over in 2 seconds. But sometimes when you have to think about it a little bit different, because if you handle it the way I would normally handle it, I'd probably be in jail, and it wouldn't help my daughter, it wouldn't help my other kids, especially my son that needed me. It was more productive to try to do it the right way, and if all else fails, then do not want the wrath of me. So, but we got through that. My daughter's in college and doing well. Thank you, God. All my kids are alive and healthy. Thank you, Jesus. My son is doing fine, but yeah, not trying to start over when my baby is going to be 20. So I'm just enjoying them at the age they are now, looking forward to all of my kids. Oh, sorry. I think my daughter's home, which would be weird because she really doesn't get home till 7. No, that might not be her. And so, what was I saying? So yeah, so I went and I had that concern. I said, I haven't had a period since June. That's never happened to me. It's been full on, full period, regular, on time. I said, I'm just worried. I don't know what could be going on. I took a home pregnancy test. I was scared out of my mind. Came out negative. Was a relief, but at the same time, you're like, sometimes they're not accurate. So until a doctor tells me. And I've always had this thing with 2 of my kids. I was pregnant, and I would take urine tests for pregnancy, and they would come up negative, especially my first daughter. I took 3 different urine tests at 3 different places. Negative. They were kind of like, okay, you've taken 3 tests, 3 different places. I know you wanting to be pregnant. I'm like, no, I'm not really wanting to be pregnant. I'm not stopping it, but I'm not like really trying to be pregnant. I just know something's wrong with me, even though I was having full on regular periods. I said, but something is wrong. It was just a pain and a craziness in my stomach. So finally I thought, okay, must be food poisoning. So let me go take a blood test. 2.5 months pregnant. Shocked out of my life. Happy, but shocked. Same thing with my second daughter. That same pain in the stomach, full on periods. Urine test said negative, so go to a different doctor. And then I took a urine test at a different doctor, and it came up positive. Again, 2.5 months pregnant. So in my case, it could be either or I could have regular periods on time and be pregnant, and in this case, not have nothing and be pregnant. So I was relieved that the home pregnancy test said negative, but I was worried. So I finally made an appointment. Went and had my Papsmear. Everything looked good so far. They're also going to let me know in a letter, so I'm waiting for that. But she said 51 is pretty much the more of a correct age, not so much 40s. Yeah, there are people in their 30s and 40s, a lot of them that do have start menopause early, but the actual really full-on age is 51. So she said, you're right on time for everything. You're doing great. And she said, and I said, okay, well, let me get on the Depo shot until we figure this out. They took a pregnancy test, negative. Felt really happy about that because I'm like, okay, but then again, this is a urine test. Remember me with the blood test? So then she said, okay, she said, you really have to be a full year without a period before you can be on full-on menopausal state. So it's only been 2 months. Let's wait 1 more month before I give you the Depo shot or any birth control, because sometimes it can stop, then come back, then stop. You have to be like totally a menopausal state to stop protecting yourself. She said, so let's just give it 1 more month. If at the end of September, nothing, I'll bring you in, have lab work done. In fact, I'm going to give you the lab work to have ready. Soon as the end of the month comes, hasn't been done, go and have that lab work done. I'm going to get the results and I'll call you in right away if that day, if not, if possible, that same day, have you in. And then you don't have to worry about it. Why put something in your body that you don't even need? Because the test will tell me at 100% that you're in menopausal state. So if that's the case, why put something in your body that you don't even need anymore? Waste time, waste putting stuff in your system, all this other stuff when you're done. If you're not done, then I'll be happy to put you on the Depo, because the Depo has always worked for me. I tried other birth control pills. The Mirena got such a severe infection, almost died from it. Birth control pills, I'll forget. Just nothing worked for me. The Depo, even though it's a huge weight gainer, and they had to stop it at one point because my weight kept jumping in big increments that wasn't warranted to what I was eating. And so they could tell by every time they gave me the shot, jump 20, 30, 40 pounds. And that's the weight that I've been trying to get off now. It wasn't that I'm a big eater. I wasn't the healthiest eater, but I wasn't a big eater. So, yeah, then after a few years, they gave it back to me, and I love it because you don't have any periods, which, they say it's not good to not have periods because that's what the period's for. It's cleaning out all that junk out of your system. But it's a pain, so I'd rather just not have it, and, it just always worked for me. Every 3 months, you get a shot, and boom, you don't have to worry, you don't have to remember, you don't have to do anything. So, yep, that's what I've done as far as the preventative, and then going through this new level of my life of possible full menopausal, which would be fine for me. I'm not looking forward to the hot flashes that I keep hearing my friends and everybody talk about this sudden deep heat, like their body is totally on fire. I actually seen a friend that we were talking, and she would jump up and open the window, look out the window. I'm like, are you okay? And she goes, it's just these hot flashes from menopause. I'm like, what does it feel like? She's like, your body is literally on fire. Like you're burning bad and you're sweating. And I'm like, oh my God, I am not looking forward to that. I even teased my doctor. I said, I felt something like that. Not that I was on fire, but that I all of a sudden got hot and sweaty. Almost like I was going to have a panic attack is what it felt like to me. Just sitting down, being comfy, eating, or just sitting down, doing nothing, being in a good space, all of a sudden feel like, not like a burning, like they're saying, or like my friend said with her menopause. Actually, 2 friends told me that. They're going through it. But just like all of a sudden, like it got muggy inside the house. Like my body's just sweating and I'm, just hot and I'm needing to fan and I'm needing to go out of the door and just sit down and get some fresh air, that kind of thing. So if that's the worst I get, then I'm okay with it. But I don't want to go through what they're going through. But it's nature. It's part of life that we can't even stop. Cranberry juice is so good. So yeah. So I just want and then I'm going to see the doctor for my arm. As you know, I have high cholesterol and arthritis, but my arthritis has really done good. And I was telling everybody that I hate the smell. Anything when it comes to marijuana, I despise it completely. I think a lot of people use it as an excuse for health issues, to just be high. And there's a lot of innocent people that need it and possibly can't get it. And I always known it was good for HIV and cancer pain, but I didn't know until the last 10 or so years that it's good for people who have back problems like I do, arthritis, but I can't stand the smell. I just can't do it. But I was having horrific pain in my knees with my arthritis too. I was just screaming, crying in pain. And my husband had an marijuana alcohol rub done, and it was in a big old bottle. And I was so desperate. I said, okay, rub it on me, because I was like, I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't care. He rubbed it on me, and believe it or not, for a whole year, I didn't have any pain in my knees anymore with just that one rub. But I kept rubbing it if I felt even just a little something coming on, or just because. So I have full faith in an alcohol type of rub. I heard it comes in cream. That would be great. But as far as smoking it, no, I don't like it in food either. But hey, I really believe, having experienced relief of pain from it, that might be the healing thing to cancer one day. Maybe now we're just not looking as much into. People have suggested that, but never know. It might be finally proven that might be the cure for cancer. That would be wonderful. But I lowered my high cholesterol because I've been on my weight loss journey. I had to kind of put a hold. I'm still doing my Slim Fast shakes, meal replacements. I signed up for a wonderful health club that we have here in my town, me and my daughters. But we haven't gone for the last 2 weeks because my daughter started college and her schedule is full busy. My other daughter got really sick and was in the hospital, and she's just now recovering. She has GERS disease and now gastritis that she's suffering from. So she had to change her diet and just relax. And then I got sick, and then my son had surgery last week. So it's just been a lot going on that I haven't gotten there, but I've been doing what I can here as far as exercising. But I'm so looking forward to getting back into the gym and exercising and swimming and all that good stuff. But I haven't lost any more weight than the 29 pounds that I lost, but I haven't gained anything back either. I'm still, like I said, doing my Slim Fast shakes. I'm still, if I eat regular food, I will only eat once a day. I won't repeat that food 2 or 3 times because it's not really healthy food. But if I'm on a healthy eating, then I'll eat twice a day, or maybe replace one meal with my Slim Fast shakes, or have 2 shakes and 1 meal. However I have to do to keep being on my healthy track, and do whatever I can as far as exercise at home to keep up that. So I'm really proud of my weight loss journey. I've been on a cooking journey, and I'm so proud of that. And I'll upload a video. It was so hard to record today because it's hard to stir and do all kinds of things, and you're having to hold the camera in one hand. So I'll probably do my cooking videos when I have somebody that can help me record while I do everything. But I just wanted to give you a glimpse of one of the desserts that my family has loved, that I made a few times already. My back is itchy. So yeah, I've been on some positive journeys, and part of that is making sure that my health is together. So like I said, I had lowered my cholesterol for the first time. The doctor even made a special call to me to let me know how proud he was to keep doing what I was doing. My arthritis has not really affected me. I just have a pain because I have arthritis in my hands, my hips, and my knee. I haven't seen any pain or effects in my hips, even though it's there. My knees were the ones that were killing me, but I did that marijuana rub, and I've been exercising, losing weight, so all that's helping. I'm dealing with some pain in my feet. I just saw the doctor for that. Finally got got into a foot doctor. He said, I don't need surgery. Thank God. That was a fear. But he said the heels of my foot is like chipped in. So, and even though I've only felt the pain for over a year now, it's actually been happening for the last 10 to 15 years. So it's all about continue with my exercise and losing the weight. It's mainly about wearing the best possible shoes I can. That means expensive. So for now, what I do is I buy a lot of feet that have a lot of cushion, a lot of memory foam. So trying to do that, he gave me some special soles to help me. He recommended shoes with an arch. I see him again on the 19th to kind of see where we are. He gave me a gel cream that's supposed to be amazing for the pain. Haven't been able to get it yet. It's an expensive cream, so I'm going to get it soon. But, so I got that taken care of. So the cholesterol, arthritis, foot pain, or major pains. I'm doing okay with my back. So I'm improving a lot because I'm taking care of my health and making sure everything's taken care of, and I'm doing my preventative. I feel I'm in a good space health-wise, other than getting sick with this cold and stuff. But, yeah, so this is my advice. Please, if you have insurance, or whether or not, if you don't have insurance, a lot of hospitals and doctors will work with you on a payment plan. Try to do that, but never neglect your health, especially the older you get. And a lot of insurances will pay almost 100%, if not the majority of it, for preventative care, because they rather pay for preventative care than have to pay for a surgery or diseases down the line. They rather pay for all your preventative to save them money and possibly save your life. So, if you're a woman, if you're getting older, and I found out this weird, curious thing that Papsmears aren't done until 21 and over. Because I took my daughter, she's going to be 20 in December. I said, you need to get with a woman doctor and really start keeping up with your health and making sure everything's good. And so she was having a lot of cramping. I mean, cramping that would almost paralyze her, to where she was shaking and getting fevers and couldn't move. It was literally paralyzing her. Periods were horrible. So I heard that if you take birth control, even though she's never been sexually active, her plan is to not, she's adamant about none of that until marriage, which I'm so proud of her. But I heard birth control pills or contraceptives can help you relieve those periods and those pains. So she got on the depot like me, with the understanding that she has to make sure that she watches her weight. And it's taken away her periods, and her cramping isn't horrible like it used to be, but she's still feeling it. But it hasn't even been a month yet, so she has to at least give it 2 or 3 months. And when she goes to her next shot, she can see, if it's helping completely or if it's she wants to try something different. So yeah, I didn't know you really can start checking yourself till you're 21 and over. And like mammograms, they say, oh, you shouldn't really worry about it till 40 and over. No, I've seen a lot of people have breast cancer in their 20s and 30s. Patti LaBelle's, I think she has 2 sisters that died from breast cancer in their 20s or late or early 30s. So, just say, hey, it's my health, my life. I had to tell a doctor that one day. He goes, you're too young. I don't know. You're so hysterical. I'm like, this is my life and my health. I want it test done. You do the test. I'll find a doctor who will. Because when something happens to me, you're not going to, be able to help me. I said, so it's not about you. It's about me. Get it done, or I'll go to another doctor. He got it done, but I didn't want him to be my doctor anymore. I just didn't like his ethics. And he finally, I heard his license was taken away, so I made a good decision. So yeah, so that's what I heard from a doctor. They don't do pap smears until 21 and over, but you should still take your teenager in. The HPV thing, you should just check it in. Just make sure they at least getting a breast exam. At least just find out where they are in their periods, how they're doing. You can really help a teenager. So I would start them as soon as maybe their period has started, so they can get to know their bodies and know what it's like to do preventative care. So yeah, especially if you're over 40, I would say do a breast exam, do yourself breast exams, learn how to do that. And, make your doctor say, hey, I want a mammogram. I know I'm not 40, but I still want it. I want to make sure everything's good. It doesn't hurt. You can never be safe than sorry. You can never take care of your health enough. Go above and beyond it. You only have one life, one health. So please demand things, defend yourself, defend your health, defend your life, be proactive in your life and your health, and it would make a world of a difference. And you'll live a whole lot longer, hopefully, unless God has other plans from other reasons. But, so yeah, that's my advice. Really get into your preventative care no matter what the age, and even go beyond if there's risk in your family or you're older. Just go even beyond, but always be full force with your preventative health care, and then go the extra mile, of course, if there's health risk or you're older. Do research, educate yourself in yourself as a woman, stuff like that. So I'm always in tune to my body. I always try to pay very close attention. I always try to be more safe than sorry. Like I said, pride myself on always having been, since I was a young girl, in tune with my body and appreciating having insurance and, making sure that I'm taken care of. Because if I don't take care of myself, who will? I'm the one that's going to fight for me more than anybody, even though I'm loved dearly and my family have my back and they'll be there for me. But I have to be my first advocate. I have to be my first fighting force. So, yeah. So with me going through this, I just wanted to, recommend it to all of you, especially us as women, to really be in tune with our bodies, to really put our health and our life first, and appreciate when we have insurance. And like I said, even if you don't, get on a lot of people work with the payment plan. There's packages you can buy out there, insurance packages you can buy out there. So please, 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 please don't let anything be an excuse for you not to put your health and your life first. So yeah. So again, be in tune with your body as much as you can. Learn a lot. We are blessed to have the internet where we can Google and really research. We could be our own educators, Be naturally in tune with your body. Learn how to do that. Self-breast exams. Pay attention, listen, look. Open all your senses. Then do every research that you can on something that you think you might be needing help with, or advice or recommendations, or what you need to do to follow as a step for yourself as a woman. Like I said, appreciate insurances. And a lot of them will pay almost at 100%, if not the majority, of preventative health care. Make sure you do your mammograms, your Papsmears. If you're in a menopausal state, for me, ask the questions. Find out how all that works, what you need to do, when you need to do it, have blood tests done, any analysis done, all that good stuff. So when I get the results, and hopefully they'll be big. I don't want to say positive, because a positive means something's wrong sometimes. So if they're, whatever the results is, I will definitely update you and let you know what I think and what I'm feeling. And yeah, so Monday can't come soon enough. And he should have my pap smear results and my mammogram. And then he'll take care of my arm. I've been having this severe pain in my arm, and I don't know if it's part of the arthritis, because it's leading to that one finger that has been a really effect from the arthritis, or if I pulled something exercising, and then I thought, well, I just got to keep exercising because I got to build strength, and it made it worse that day. I remember that day it made it worse. So I don't know, but it's hard to grab, to hold, to press. It's just a constant pain. Even when I'm not even using it, it's in pain. And it's more so right in this area. It started in this area on the outer part from the shoulder and down. And I have shoulder surgery, but it was on this one. I had both my wrists operated on, my neck. So I know it's not radiating from my neck because they just did an x-ray and checked it. My operation, my plaque is intact. The surgery was a really well performed surgery. Everything's good, so I'll be happy to find out what's going on here and what I could do. So, yeah, just wanted to kind of let you know what the latest of what I was doing with my health issues, and to give you advice as a woman, as a human being, on you know, making sure that you take care of yourself. So I hope this helps in any way. And like I said, I'll update you. So until my next video, thanks so much. Give me a like if you can. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And until my next video, take care.